off around with me. Well, you know you fell out with your boy Stories with V. At this time, mob, y'all know what I need y'all to do for us. Like, share, comment, and I repeat, smash that subscribe button, y'all. We are on the road to 100,000 subscribers. If you're new to the platform, welcome. Y'all know the motto by now, man. Kick back, relax. I got the rest of the show. AV Mob, let's get him, let's get him. Let's go. What's up, Mob? We back at him again, man. Kicking it off from the top. V Prime Story Time, episode 19. Let's clap it up for episode 19, man. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man. Let's get him, let's get him, let's go. So now, y'all, boom. Let's keep the train rolling. This is how wicked and wild situations can escalate from 0.0 to 0.1000 in the blink of an eye. So now, got the little dude around the way. And this is also how people, your actions, you got to account that for everybody that you love or care for when you doing reckless stuff. So now, got the little dude growing up around the way. He a laid back type of guy. Stay up out of trouble. He ain't really known for doing nothing outrageous, but he a solidified dude around the way. Now, let me break down what I mean by solidified. A solidified dude around the way mean shorty a thoroughbred from around this neighborhood. He was born here, raised here, grew up here, jumped off the porch here. He is a solidified member of Getting the Avenue. So now, compared to a solidified gangster in the street or a solidified head tapper, meaning he got a solidified record. He done already been through the ranks. He done been through war. If you play with him, you already know the outcome and you already know the repercussions when you play with a made man. When you test a made man hand, he's going to spank you. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Even if he want to let the situation go, his reputation won't allow him to do that, because if the world feel as though he getting soft or now he going forward, that's like opening the door for everybody to do something to you. So now, shorty coming up around the way, he jump off the porch, he start hitting the pack. So now, when he start hitting the pack, and he was easily influenced because the little dudes that he hanging around during this time, they hustlers. So of course he want to be a hustler. He running behind them, he hitting the pack like them, he coming out early, he on count, he blowing his pack money on clothes, taking little broads out, he done stacked up, got his first little TL, he doing his 1-2, but now, somehow, some way, he migrate from the hustler mentality and he get around some dudes that's really standing on that business, meaning they don't really care for money because they don't cherish it, because it's like, man, shit, we so thorough, we'll take that shit. Meaning, when we get it, we blow it, and we not really tripping off earning it, because like I said again, when we get low on money, we gonna go take it. There's always somebody that's on the food chain that ain't supposed to be on the food chain. There's always somebody in the street that's really meant to be on the sidewalk that we gonna run down and take everything that they got. So now, long story short, for real, he started hanging around these dudes. So now they putting that grit up in him. They putting him on the tip to where it's like, man, you gotta sharpen up. Yo, you be too soft. Yo, you be moving and grooving like a hustler, man. We wolves over here, bro. You gotta have that get down and dirty type mindset in you. So now he started to develop that. He slowly started to shake the laid back, fly, pretty boy type mentality. Now he migrating into the gritty jack boy, ski mask on all day, face always broke down, mean mugging. He on that type time. So long story short, he get into it with another group of little dudes because the guys that he running with, they jack a nigga. The nigga that they jack, he not about nothing but the money and the product that they took from shorty. Somebody that is about that, they gotta account for that. So now, when the little dude that they rob, he go back, tell his big man like, shit, you know who did it? He like, yeah, they jump in the car, they spin around there, they ends up jumping out getting buck wild. So now, it's on them. It's on y'all now. We done already came around there, did what we did. Now y'all gotta hit back and do what y'all do. So now, shorty in the crosshair for real. So now, he got a little brother. Now mind y'all, keep in mind, the older brother, he already going through this war, and he already not war tested. So long story short, they ends up catching him one day, dealing with a little broad. Now what he don't understand is, he's so vulnerable, and he ain't even do nothing in the streets or in this little back and forth war, but we living in a social media time. So everything that you going through, a person want to put that on the internet. So now he start going on the internet really dry snitching too, because he tagging the little niggas that he beefing with, and he making it seem like he done did something, all because they hit them, they end up hitting back, but it wasn't him, it was the guys that was around him, and it was only one guy that ended up catching one of the opposition side, and he started banging at him. Nobody got hurt, but they looking at that shit like they got a couple of stripes off of that. So now, he all on IG, bluffing, pump faking, showing a joint, tagging the little niggas that they going at it with, so forth and so on. They ends up putting a little pair of soft legs on him. He go down there, holler at the broad, and you know they ends up knocking him off. They pluck him off, but something that he wasn't supposed to be in. So now, y'all, he gone, bouncing back to the little brother that he got. the little brother that he got, he's trying to live up to a reputation of, all right, look, right, y'all done cracked my brother. That was a couple of years ago. Let's fast forward 3 years, right? So now his little brother out here in the streets ripping and running, making his name. But his little brother probably like, let's say 15, 16 years old. So he's still doing petty crimes for real, selling the grass, little home invasions, petty shit like that. So now, though, he ends up running across another little dude that he met in juvenile detention center. They come home, the little dude got a dirt bike. Shorty, he trying to be on his crud ball shit just like his older brother was. He ends up taking the little nigga bike. When he take his bike, he go home. His mother say, where you get this bike from? He tell his mother, I bought it. So now, mama love, she looking at it like, what you mean you bought it? Where you get money to buy a dirt bike from? So him know, we living in a time of era, you know, he on the type tip, I've been cutting grass, you know, I've been doing some side jobs for real. One of my homeboys, he had a bike, you know, he always be riding a dirt bike. This one of his old dirt bikes, he let me buy for a good number, and I still owe him $200. So now, mama love, like, what, you owe $200? She go upstairs, hit the purse, grab the 200, come back down, give it to him. Now, mind you, she already know how much her son love dirt bikes, and she looking at it like, shit, if he riding this dirt bike, he ain't gonna be outside doing no wicked and wild stuff. Not even knowing that he got this bike doing some wicked and wild stuff. So now, boom, he get the bike back across town. The little dude who bike is stolen, he don't want to tell his people. So about 2-3 days go by, his mother come downstairs like, where the fuck that dirt bike at? He like, oh man, my bad, man, I left it over my homeboy house. I'm gonna go grab it today. She like, what the fuck you mean you left your bike over somebody's house? You know how much that bike cost? Now, his uncle bought him the bike. He lied to his mother telling her that he got the bike over a homeboy house because he already know if she know what's really going on, she gonna go crazy. So whole time later on that night, he come in the house, he don't got the bike. So mama love like, no, fuck that. We ready to go in the truck right now and go get your dirt bike. Where is that? He can't lie no more. He ends up telling her the truth. Man, Lord dude end up stealing the bike, man. I let him hold it. It ain't like he took it from me. I let him hold it for real. He ends up riding off and he never came back. So now mama love like, why the fuck you ain't been telling me? Why the fuck you ain't been telling me that? Do you know who did it? He said, yeah, I know who did it. So now this is where everybody comes into it at. In the house during this time when his mother asks him, do you know who did it? Everybody in the house, her nephews, his cousin, all the little wicked and wild family members is in the house. He like, yeah, they load up in the car. Long story short, they spend over there. The mother get to hitting the door. Boom, 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 boom. Now, mama love in the house. She thinking her son done bought this dirt bike, but in the back of her mind, she already know, like, man, his little ass probably did some wild shit for this bike. But that's her son. That's her baby. She back in the play no matter what. Boom. She come to the door. Man, what the fuck was y'all? Bop, bop, bop. They start to get into it. Your son stole my son dirt bike, this, that, and the third. The mother straight crack her. When she crack her, the other mother that's right there, she get the brawling right back. Bang, 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 bang. Now it's females right there going at it. But this is how wild the timing was. At their house, too, they had a couple of their peoples over there. So now all them start making their way to the porch. All the family that's in the truck out front, they start jumping out the car. They start running on the porch. Now, mind you, it's different levels of violence. It's different levels of chaos. So right now, it's just physical. Everybody right there, they bumping all on the porch rail. It's getting wicked and wild. Of course, you know what that leads to. All right, we be right back. We be right back. They take off, jump in the truck, they S off. But now, the people who live there, that took the bike, and this the crazy part too, when they came the first time, they never got the dirt bike back. So now, boom, they kind of losing because it's like, damn, they know where the fuck we live at, and they didn't just came to our house, even though it's like they don't trip, they not tripping off nothing. If they come back here, we can do this shit again. So now, boom, they go back home. They call the second level of wild cousin. They ends up calling the uncle who actually bought the dirt bike. They tell him what the situation is. He pulled right there with a couple of his young boys. Now, this is when they get to level 2. It's no longer physical on the hands tip. Now we get physical on that iron tip. But during the same time, at the house of the little dude that took the bike, they done called their second level of crazy family members. They little wicked and wild family members like, shit, get over here. It's a cold blue. We need y'all to pull up and hold the fort down. They ends up coming around there. They got that iron on them. They not doing no plan. They protecting their family. So now, the mother of the little dude who got the bike took, she like, listen, all right, it done got out of line. Everybody calm down. Once the cousins get over there with the joints, they looking like, man, we ready to go get little cuz dirt bike back. She looking at it like, listen, forget that bike. I'll buy him another dirt bike. It ain't even worth what's really happening because somebody going to end up going to jail or somebody going to end up not making it back home tonight. So, boom, Big Unc say, all right, fuck that shit. Yo, you right, sis. He dip off, but he text the little hitters like, man, shit, go get my nephew bike, baby, because he the one that actually bought the bike. They ends up spinning around, but it's two of them. One in the driver's seat, one in the passenger seat. Bouncing back to the little dudes that ended up taking the bike. They little wicked and wild cousins is right there, and they sitting right there on the porch. One smoking a mild, one smoking a blunt. They right there with their joints on them, holding the fort down. They see an all-black Infinity coming down the street, but it's creeping. Now, whoever was driving the car for the other side, the little other wild family, they wasn't the sharpest, or it might have not just been their night because they like hitting the brake but hitting the gas. So now the little dudes that's on the porch, they looking like, man, who the fuck is that car coming down driving all crazy? The passenger like, man, what the fuck is you doing, man? Drive straight, just drive off and then spin back around. But by that time, it's already too late. The dudes that's sitting on the porch, one of them up, they start banging at the car. Boom, boom, boom. Now, I don't even know why the little dude, he must have been caught up in his ego and his pride. As they blowing past and the little dude on the porch start nailing at the car, the dude that's in the passenger seat, he is the most closest to Big Unc, also more so the closest to the family. He roll his window down, he start hitting back, but now the second person on the porch, he got a bigger joint. He start cutting, bung, bung, bung. He ends up striking the driver. He don't even hit the passenger. Now, when the driver get caught in the back of the shoulder for real, he ends up, trying to, I guess, get control of the car. He veer off, he smack into a tree. When he smacks into the tree, he ends up breaking, I believe, his neck, his back, and some other stuff. He ends up passing away. The passenger floats through the window, crashing into the tree. He broke, I don't know how many bones he ended up breaking on his body, but wicked and wild. Now, Shorty and them, they done just kind of made the house hot for real, because when time out get there and they start doing the ballistics and shit, they gonna be, they try to track, okay, where did the shells come from, so forth and so on. Okay, it came through the back window, but we living in a damn era where the police don't really go above and beyond to solve the crime, so the crime was never solved. But look at that, man. Shorty could have lost his life. One person ended up, he ended up, not being here no more. But the other little dude, he had so many bones broken on him, his life was never the same after that day anyway. So it's like, man, all over the street, like, man, all over playing in between these yellow lines, man, and ripping and running. You see the streets is on fire. Get out the way. But with that being said, Mo, thank y'all for riding with me. Well, you forever locked in with your boy Stories with V. At this time, one more time for me family. Like, share, comment, and I repeat, smash that subscribe button, y'all. We'll be at 100K in no time from the bottom of my heart. I love each and every one of y'all. Hit it for me. V-Crime story time. Let's get it. Man, bounce up out of here. Let's go.